Hey guys, I'm actually going to do a review of a product. I'm actually wearing, it's kind of like two products because one, it does contain a free sample, which I'm also wearing, and I did a natural eye look with it. Coming up with a makeup series for Game of Thrones with the women, and the first one I was going to do is Sansa Stark, so I was kind of playing around with the colors to kind of match her look that she does, which is like no mascara, no eyeliner, just simple natural colors, no real blush, no contouring or anything like that. It's just kind of straightforward. But what I'm reviewing is the Lorac Pro palette, the first one. If you are planning on getting this, I don't know how true this is, but I heard a rumor that it's fixing to be discontinued because they're coming out with the Pro Palette 2. I don't know how true that is. That's just what one of the Ultas I shop at told me, because I was actually getting this. It's actually the one by my work, like just a couple of stores down from my store that I work at. And they normally have these, but when I went back to see if they had more, because I know my friend had said she wanted one, and I was going to pick one up for her birthday, but they were out. And I kept going back, and they said they won't be carrying it anymore because it's fixing to be discontinued. But I actually found the palette at the Northside store, which is on Louisiana Avenue in the Target Shopping Center. They have it. They get it like every week, and they could not understand why the other store wasn't carrying it. But actually, I actually bought this palette quite a while ago, when it actually first came out, because I noticed all the beauty gurus had it, like Jessica Harlow had it, Michelle Phan had it. I'm not sure if I saw Promise have it or Charisma Star, I'm not sure, but like I noticed like a lot of people were having it, so I actually bought it, and for me it was just like more natural colors, so I was like, this was like an impulse buy. Why did I buy it? I'm not going to really use it. And it stayed in my makeup container case over there until I just happened to come upon it. And I actually have the box still. It's a pretty big box. This is just the box. And inside you get the palette and a sample size, the Lorac behind the eye, can't talk today. Behind the scenes eye primer. It's just a little 0.19 ounces, 5.5 grams. Little bottle, it's the sample size. It's a free gift. And then you got the whole big palette right here. And of course you get a cute mirror. And I love that it folds back. Oh my god, I love that. But these are the colors. And of course they all got little names. I really like these two. I think they're gorgeous, and for me, I love dark colors, so I am going to love it. Of course, like most palettes, they do have matte and shimmer. Matte is on top, and your shimmer shadows are on the bottom. Now, actually, this palette is actually the only palette I will be using for the Game of Thrones makeup, like for the women of it. I'm only going to use one palette. I decided to give myself a little challenge. And of course, I will be using the eye primer, because of course y'all know my go-to is the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. Oh my god, I should not speak today, really. But I've actually worn this today, and I have to say, it really goes on smooth and nice, and the color definitely does last long with it, so I'm not really disappointed with that. But I love this. The colors are amazing. They go on really well. It's quite like, even like the cream and stuff, just a couple of taps like that and you get the color, the white, and I wasn't even tapping hard. It's more like just lightly tapping, and the color payoff is amazing. So the pigmentation is well worth it. This palette is actually retails on Lorac.com and Ulta.com for, and I think maybe Amazon, I'm not sure, maybe Amazon you can get it cheaper because Amazon likes to have a lot of sales. But I know for a fact that Ulta.com and Lorac.com, this palette retails for $42, which is not bad. because I know I spend $50-$60 on most palettes, except for Coastal Scents. I normally pay like an average of $20 to $30, maybe less if there's a sale on something I want. But I'm actually really impressed with this. Like I said, I'm wearing it today. The colors went on so smooth, blended beautifully. Like I had no problem. Because normally I have to really kind of get in there with some colors, some dark colors, and really blend them out. Like really kind of dig into it. But I actually have some brown on the outer corner, and as a kind of eyeliner, and I have the taupe color on the bottom lashes and the outer corner of the eye and the crease. Then I have the espresso, kind of as like a light liner. I don't know if you can see that because I kind of went really light with the with the little Real Techniques Precision Pixel Perfect Precision liner brush or whatever. I did it lightly with that, and it went on great. Like I didn't have to really fight to drag it, which is awesome. But it's definitely a beautiful palette, and I cannot wait to start filming for my makeup tutorial. I actually ordered a wig for Daenerys Targaryen or Daenerys Stormborn. I don't know what people prefer her name to be. I mean, I know I prefer to her as Daenerys Targaryen because that's where the house she belongs to. But I know a lot of people I talk to argue about it's Daenerys Stormborn because that's what she says in the show. But I don't know. I kind of going with the fan name for it, for her. Which is also gonna be one of my cosplay. I just have to find I want to find one of her outfits. I want to find her wedding dress, and that's what I'm going to cosplay as Daenerys this year, or maybe next year, I don't know. Depends on when I decide to do it. The only thing is my boobs are a little too big to kind of really portray the character, because my friend's like, oh, you do good because, you know, she has dark hair in real life, so you can already have the eyebrows, you don't have to darken it up, and she's like, you're already kind of pale. So, that's going to be perfect. But I'm actually going to do a swatching. Where's a small brush? I need a small brush. And of course my trusty thing. This is actually a Soho. Or was it Soho or Boho or whatever kind of thing I got at work down the beauty aisle, down the cheap beauty aisle. Because all it is drugstore products, and I'm not the biggest fan of drugstore products. Except in NYX products. I love NYX. I don't care if it's drugstore. But we're gonna do a white. Okay, good. Come out. See, that's the white. For me, okay, I don't think there's any amount of color that's gonna make a show, but cream, kind of like the line right there, it matches my skin tone perfectly, which is kind of why I used it as a wash on my lids before I applied the other makeup. So it's kind of hard to see. But taupe, not really that difficult to see. And you got light pink, it's kind of right here. For me, that's also another one that's kind of close to my skin tone, which I might actually have trouble with that one. Yes, cat, I hear you. Keep crying because I'm not opening the door. Got mauve. Sable. Espresso is really super dark. Okay. Black. Okay, I need to take some condensation from my water bottle. And of course, as usual, I got my little ice water on the side. And no, it does not have flavoring in it. I drink pure ice water. Like, it does not bother me. The taste, I love it. And I need just a little bit of water. Okay. Okay, now we're going to the shimmer, so we might actually be able to see it. Okay. You got that shimmer right there. That is the nude. This is champagne, which is kind of like, I want to say it's like a dupe for Urban Decay Sin if you're kind of looking for one shadow like that. If you don't have this palette, then definitely try Urban Decay Sin, because I think that's like the perfect color, because it kind of just reflects off of my skin, kind of blends in like a golden pinky champagne color. And gold, like literally the colors just really glide on. This, you don't have to really drag it, and they come off the brush so easily. Okay, this one's gonna be like bronze. It's really pretty. This is pewter. Oh, wow. That one's kind of really light brown. This is granite. Granite. Next is deep purple. Deep purple. And slate. So there's the swatches. Gorgeous. I just love it. Like even doing it lightly and with a very lightly, I don't know what you call it, kind of like an old brush that's had it, and it's all the bristles are so spread out. So when you apply things with it, it applies very lightly because it's not, the bristles aren't tight like they should be. Like I said, some of these are going to actually have trouble with because some of them do blend into my skin tone. So that's going to be actually kind of hard to bring some of that out, which I guess would be kind of be good. Because I can maybe use them as a wash and just a natural shimmer towards the inner corner of my eye to help brighten it. But the pigmentation, excellent. The color applications are excellent. The blending quality of these colors are excellent. I really don't see a flaw with this. I know some people, I've read the reviews online, they said it was chalky, they don't go on well. I think it also has to do with type of primers you use. I guess if you use that cheap drugstore stuff, even I notice I have trouble applying any eyeshadow with that. So it might actually come down to more of the eye primer you're using, or maybe if your lids are oily, which I do have a major problem with that because most of my skin right here and all right here and my nose get always oily. So of course my eyelids are in that area, so sometimes they do get oily, especially if I'm sweating, which most of the time I do, because you think working in produce it'd be cold. No. And I'm not answering your texts. So God, she texted me to babysit her charger that she forgot in my car like almost an hour ago. Now she's texting me back again. Oh well, screw it. Screw you, Anna. And if you're watching this, Anna, I know you're gonna give me grief about that later, but yes, overall quality, I do love it. The only thing I see most people might have a problem with is the fact that it's a magnetic palette. It's magnetic. The casing may not be that sturdy if you're going to be throwing your luggage or purse around. I think that might be the problem that most people are having. And this is not like a heavy duty palette. This is just something, I guess, to keep in your bathroom. But other than that, as far as the colors go and everything, I love it. It's amazing. The primer, from what I tried the first time, I am very impressed with it. Like, it's ridiculous. I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. So if you actually want to see this palette in action, go ahead and go to my Game of Thrones women. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. I haven't yet edited the video or anything, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to have that video up first before this one. Go ahead and check out my Game of Thrones playlist that I'm going to have, and the first one I'm going to have is Sansa Stark. I'm going to do this makeup look for her, which I've already done. I just haven't edited it, so yeah, I'm being lazy with that. But definitely, I actually say this palette is a must-have. Just if you're going to travel with it, please be careful, because I think that's the #1 review I actually see on the thing, that they actually go traveling with it and they know it's not quite a sturdy casing, and I think they throw around their bags. That's why the makeup is breaking. So if you're going to travel with it, go ahead and pack it up really, really well. Like, wrap it in some shirts, put it between some books, do something like that. Then you really shouldn't have a problem. But yes, check it out if you want to see this palette and watch how smoothly everything goes on. So, bye guys.